This is a common pattern of not knowing where to start because everything is going to shite, right? So, I could go into my hobbies, but I really don't have any. I could try making more money, but it doesn't seem that attractive to me. And I could go back to school, but I don't really want to, right? And there's no motivation, there's no dream, there's no goals, there's no passion. And so what do we start with? So why can't we start on anything? Like, for example, why can't we start on motivation, since that's the first thing that came in the sentence, right? In these types of situation where you don't know what to do, the thing is, as soon as you start walking one path, you have so many doubting voices. Shouldn't you be doing something else? Shouldn't you be doing something else? Shouldn't you be thinking about dreams? Shouldn't you be thinking about goals? Shouldn't you be thinking about passion? So okay, so you context switch, right? So you think about passion. And then when you think about passion, then you're like, shouldn't you be motivated first? Shouldn't you start cultivating motivation first? And so the loop begins, right? And so whether you are trying to go for a job, right? When you try to go for a job, all the other things that you're not doing takes your attention. And so basically, you're in this kind of you can't get everything, so therefore you can't start anything. You're stuck in this state, right? And the smallest step that you can take is just commit to one thing, anything. But that's exactly the problem, right? You can't pick one thing to start with. And so the important thing is to try and think about, why can't I make choices? What happens when I make the wrong choice? How am I going to be punished? And when you start with that specific question of, it's always a choice, well, why can't I make it? And try to work your way from there, you will have some insight as to where you can get started. Because, for example, you can't choose because, in the past, I've made some choices that I deeply, deeply regret. Okay, so now it's a path of regret. So you may want to start looking into continuing down that path where you went to regret. You need to rewrite that narrative so that you don't think about the past in always this regretful lens, right? So I'm not saying this is the exact thing you have to do, but whatever it is that's preventing you from making a decision, that is going to light the next step for you to